That way when I do wear that matte foundation on my dry skin, it's kind of balanced out and it's not giving me dry patches. I'm a fan of both, but I like them for different events, different things, considering what I'm doing that day. So today we're going to be doing a first impressions of the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. I had actually used this foundation a few years ago, before I had very much knowledge of skincare and makeup and how it was supposed to work. So that video is actually like terrible to watch. It is, or I did a video of the first impressions too of it, and it's still on my channel actually. But if you want to go look at it, you can. I don't even know. I couldn't even sit there and watch the whole thing because it was that bad. Like editing skills, like knowledge, just everything was just, it just wasn't it, okay? So I don't remember how this works. I did a poll on my Instagram explaining the situation about me literally not remembering anything about it because it's been so long, and asked if you guys wanted me to do another first impressions video of it, specifically on it, or if you wanted me to just use it as regular in videos. And I think almost everybody said do a first impressions and second impressions, if you will. So I'm just going to be testing this out today. I'm really excited. I remember liking it, which is why I wanted to get it again, but I don't remember anything about it. So I've already got my brows on and my skin is so irritated right now. So I'm using my acne regimen again, like every single night. Peeling, it's doing all that stuff. So simple skincare today, and well, lately until it goes back to normal. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. So with first impressions, I try not to add in a new product. That way I just get a really good feel of the product that the video is about, which would make sense, but I just wanted to say I'm not using any other new products besides the foundation. That way I can give it a fair shot, because I know all the other products work for me. Okay, so it's got a pump on it. I'm just going to pour it. I remember it being very liquidy the first time. I don't know if that's changed or not. Yeah, it's still very liquidy. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. It's so hard to tell the shade on there, I will say that. I spent probably 30 minutes just going back and forth, deciding on different shades because I wasn't sure which one was going to work for my self-tan. I do feel like this is very, very orange on me, but it almost blends into my neck. It may be a little bit too dark, but I feel like I can lighten it up with some different products. But I think I would have gone a little bit lighter. I actually bought this specifically for a trip, so I'm gonna be outside a lot on it, so I'm hoping that I will get darker. Yeah, I definitely can see where it's not my shade. I tried my best to match it to my self-tan thing. It's just very, very difficult on the website to figure out which shade matches the best. Definitely has very orangish tints. I went with beige nude, comparing the swatches and everything to a picture I had of me self-tanned, because I wasn't self-tanned at the moment that I bought it, so it was really hard for me to compare. I think I can make it work though with different products. This is going to be a little bit of a dramatic look anyways. So overall the finish is absolutely beautiful. I love the coverage on this. It literally makes you look like you're wearing an Instagram filter. Like, I'm obsessed with the coverage. I will say, like I just said about the shade, I'm not a super fan of like the way you just have to guess. I love that there's a large shade range, but it can also make it that much more harder trying to find your perfect shade. So I'm going to go in with concealer, and I might try it with a cream blush, And then I'm going to let it dry down a little bit so I can give it a fair shot before I go in with some powder products and see really what kind of finish it is. Like I said, I have very dry, flaky skin, irritated skin at the moment, and it's looking beautiful on it. I don't see any dry patches at the moment. Like I said, I'm just going to let it dry down and see what it's looking like after I do my concealer. So with concealer, I'm going to go in with my Morphe, a really light one, in the corner and on the outer, and kind of sparingly put it around my lid. And instead of like actually mixing these two on a palette, I'm basically mixing it on my face because I'm going to be using a beauty blender. And next I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach, and I'm going to be putting that on there as well. Same thing for the lid. This is what I normally do when I wear a tanner shade. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and blend that out. It's actually looking a lot better now that I've brightened it up. I'm actually going to go in with that e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the little bit of a tanner shade. And I'm going to try to lighten up the rest of the face a bit with that one. But actually, the shade does not look that bad since I brightened it up. I was worried it was going to turn out just like way too orange in the end, but I'm actually really liking this look now. So for under eye powder, I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Concealer Eye Brightener in the shade Well Rested. So put that on my under eye and on my eyelid. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyes since that doesn't really have anything to do with the foundation. I used the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie palette on my eyes. I went in with the shades Undressed all over the lid, Strip in the crease, Reveal in the outer crease, and Nakey just concentrated in the crease. And then I put Bare, this pinkish shade, on my lid, my inner lid, yeah, right there. And then I put Stark on the very inner corner and then up underneath my brows. So that is how I did this beautiful look. And then I went in with my Mia Dora Immovable Waterproof Eyeliner Pencil. Love this. Just went in on my waterline. And then my current mascara combo at the moment is Voluminous. Is L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer. And then I'll go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. And then on top of that, I will go with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I had forgotten to do the cream blush before it dried down. So for bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunset Bronzer, I guess. And I'm going to go in with an angled brush. And just put it on the areas I want to be contoured. That's actually blending really, really nicely. Like, there's no issues with it. So for my nose contour, I'm going to go in with my Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I like to do a lighter shade when I contour my nose. Hookers is back there getting comfy. Hookers. And for my blush, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Seduce Amazonian Clay blush. So the finish of this foundation, I feel like it's a little bit more of a matte, which I do prefer for the trip that I'm going on. Even though I am dry, I can kind of mix my products up. So like, for example, I would do a hydrating primer like the Too Faced one I used just now, and I would do a little bit extra hydration in my skincare routine. That way when I do wear that matte foundation on my dry skin, it's kind of balanced out and it's not giving me dry patches. Because I find with hydrating foundations, while they can be beautiful and very luminous, and I love using those, they're not the best for outside if you're wanting it to stay full glam all day. the matte kind of, I don't know, stays in place better. I'm a fan of both, but I like them for different events, different things, considering what I'm doing that day. So next I'm going to go in with my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. Oh wow, that looks so pretty against this foundation. What? What? It's so gorgeous. I find sometimes, and I'm not blaming it on the foundation, but I have a lot of texture. And when I put my highlighter on, sometimes it just like accentuates the texture in this area. But like this foundation, it almost like blurs the texture out. So it's like, I don't even have that issue. It just looks like a soft, subtle highlight. I love that. I'm gonna highlight my nose. Okay, now for lips, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Strip Down Lip Liner. By the way, if you ever see ABH, it's Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the company. And so I'm going to go in with my ABH liquid lipstick in the shade Sand. Okay, so I'm going to spray some In Beauty. I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, In Beauty Project Power Up Dual Face Setting Mist. Whew. Feels nice. Honestly, this is one of my favorite looks I've done in like a really, really long time. Like, I'm obsessed with this foundation. Such a big fan. The only thing I will say about it is the shade, but like literally everything else, it blends beautiful, covers like everything. I will even go as far as to say it blurs texture out. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and tell your friends about me, or tell your friends about my channel if you feel so inclined. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you so much. Bye! Coverage. Why does this always happen? Why is there always a train every time I go to start my video? Like every single